Jay Gatsby does not die because he wants too much. He dies because he cannot stop lying long enough to love anything that actually exists. And I don't just mean the bootlegging, the fake Oxford aura, the rumors. I mean the deeper lie, that the past can be edited, that desire can overrule reality, that another person can be forced to confirm the story you need about yourself. That, to me, is the real terror inside The Great Gatsby. Most people meet this book as a story about the American dream gone rotten. That reading is real. Fitzgerald sets the novel in jazz-age New York, amid old money and new, bootlegging, and the glittering ugliness of the Roaring '20s. But what makes the novel feel so nasty under the silk is that nearly every major relationship in it is contaminated by falsehood. Not just factual falsehood, emotional falsehood, social falsehood, strategic falsehood. The whole book feels like a civilization trying to stay upright on counterfeit testimony. And Fitzgerald tells you this early. Nick opens by presenting himself as the man who reserves all judgments, then later calls himself one of the few honest people he has ever known. Meanwhile, the very first world he introduces is crawling with bad faith. Tom is cheating, Daisy performs sophistication as if she's acting her own pain, and Jordan is later described as incurably dishonest. Nick notices it all, but he also slips inside it. He calls himself within and without, enchanted and repelled at once. That is not just a good line. It is the moral position of the novel. Close enough to be seduced, honest enough to feel sick. I have never really been able to hear lying as a small offense. Maybe that is why Gatsby is always read to me less like a romance than like a moral emergency. Because in this book, lying is never just one bad sentence. It is a way of arranging the world so that other people will carry your illusion for you. That is exactly where Kant becomes useful. His point about lying is not just that it is naughty or socially frowned upon. It is that deception depends on a background of trust that it also helps destroy. A lying promise only works if promises still mean something. That is Gatsby's whole ecosystem. Reputation matters, class signals matter, names matter, marriage vows matter, moneyed polish matters, and everyone keeps feeding off those forms while hollowing them out. Then Gatsby arrives, and the book gets even sharper. Because Gatsby is not only a liar, he is a self-authored person. His legal name is James Gatz, and Fitzgerald says Jay Gatsby sprang from a platonic conception of himself. That phrase matters. It means Gatsby is not merely pretending in a shallow way. He is worshiping an idea of who he should be and trying to will himself into it. And to be fair, there is something almost admirable there. Reinvention by itself is not a crime. Plenty of people outgrow where they started. Plenty of people build themselves against humiliating origins. The rot begins when reinvention stops being aspiration and becomes falsification. When becoming someone new requires reality itself to cooperate with your fiction. Even the book's production history quietly supports this. Fitzgerald revised the galleys under the working title Trimalchio, a name borrowed from a vulgar, self-made host in Roman satire. And he was so struck by Francis Cugat's ghostly cover art that he told Max Perkins he had written it into the book. That is such a revealing detail. Gatsby was always being imagined as a spectacle, a face, a shimmer, a hosted illusion, something suspended above the carnival of modern desire. And then there is Daisy. Here's where people get lazy with the book. They treat her as just the lost love, the one that got away. But Gatsby himself gives the game away when he says, "Her voice is full of money." That line is brutal because it is so exact. Daisy is not just a woman to him. She is a sound of class victory. She is the music of a world that once excluded him. He wants her, yes, but he also wants what loving her would certify. He wants proof that his invented self has finally crossed the border into legitimacy.
This is where the book reveals itself. The real climax is not the parties or even the death. It is the Plaza Hotel confrontation, when Gatsby tells Daisy to say she never loved Tom. Notice how insane that demand actually is. He is not asking for present love. He is asking for a retroactive lie. He wants time rewritten. He wants the memory cleaned and notarized. He wants the past to testify on behalf of the self he has built. That is why this is not just a doomed romance. It is a spiritual crisis. Gatsby cannot accept a world in which Daisy loved, chose, compromised, feared, and became. He can only accept a world in which his dream was right all along. And the novel is too intelligent to let us turn this into a simple, fake new money versus honest old money moral. Tom and Daisy are worse in another register. Gatsby lies on his back because he is desperate for entry. Tom and Daisy lie inside the fortress. After Myrtle is killed, Nick sees them at the kitchen table. Not happy exactly, but intimate, composed, conspiring together. Later, he names them for what they are: careless people who smash things and retreat into their money. Gatsby fabricates himself. Tom and Daisy are protected by a social order so entrenched that it barely needs fabrication. Their version of lying is impunity. That is also why Nick's feelings toward Gatsby are so complicated. He disapproves of him from beginning to end, and still tells him he is worth the whole damn bunch put together. That line only makes sense if Gatsby possesses something the others don't. Fitzgerald tells us what it is near the start: an extraordinary gift for hope. Nick even calls Gatsby's dream incorruptible. And that is the heartbreaking split at the center of the novel. Gatsby's longing is real. His capacity for wonder is real. His refusal to become spiritually dead is real. But he attaches all of that to an unreality. He keeps vigil outside Daisy's house, and Nick leaves him there, watching over nothing. I don't know a sadder sentence in the book. So when people say The Great Gatsby is about dreaming too big, I think that undersells Fitzgerald. The book is not punishing aspiration. It is punishing the moment aspiration decides truth is negotiable. Gatsby loses himself not when he imagines more for his life than North Dakota gave him. He loses himself when his dream starts requiring counterfeit evidence. The name, the rumors, the criminal money, Daisy's impossible testimony, the belief that you can repeat the past. Once your desire needs reality to lie with you, the self you are defending is already unstable. And that, to me, is why the ending still hits. The famous close is not sentimental. It is exhausted. We keep reaching forward, and something keeps dragging us back. Not because hope is foolish, but because human beings are very good at confusing hope with denial. Gatsby is luminous because he refuses to live small. He is tragic because he cannot distinguish between faith and falsification. You do not lose yourself the first time you lie. You lose yourself when you start needing the world to lie back.